The truth behind Charlie Kirk's fatal shooting is facing a new wave of doubt, and this time, the questions come from science itself. A leaked autopsy report, now circulating online, appears to challenge the official version of events in ways that even seasoned investigators can't easily dismiss. Within the first few pages, the report presents medical findings that directly contradict key elements of the prosecution's case against Tyler Robinson, the man accused of pulling the trigger. Before we break it all down, don't forget to subscribe for more updates as this unfolding story continues to take shocking new turns. According to the leaked document, the bullet that killed Kirk never exited his body, a detail that immediately raises serious doubts about the type of weapon reportedly used in the attack. The official investigation claimed a high-powered .30-06 rifle was the weapon, a firearm known for its immense stopping power and velocity. Such a rifle, experts argue, would have caused a devastating exit wound given the close to medium range at which Kirk was supposedly shot. But the autopsy's findings tell a different story. The absence of an exit wound indicates the projectile's energy dissipated inside the body, which is physically inconsistent with what a .30-06 round would produce. This contradiction suggests either the weapon was misidentified or that the shooting scenario has been inaccurately described from the very beginning. This discrepancy has sent forensic analysts and independent experts scrambling to review the available data. Ballistics professionals note that the energy transfer from a .30-06 cartridge is so immense that even with thick barriers, like walls or heavy clothing, the bullet would still likely pass through. The notion that such a powerful round lodged inside Kirk's torso defies both physics and experience. One expert described it as virtually impossible under normal ballistic behavior. If the autopsy is accurate, then the prosecution's weapon theory is not only flawed, it's potentially fabricated. Beyond the question of the weapon's force lies an even deeper inconsistency: the trajectory of the fatal shot. The autopsy records the bullet's path as moving downward through Kirk's body, implying the shooter was positioned above him. Yet the prosecution's timeline insists that Tyler Robinson fired from a ground-level position directly in front of the victim. That single detail, just a few centimeters of angle difference, completely changes the geometry of the shooting. Ballistics modeling shows that, at the trajectory recorded in the report, the shooter would have had to be standing on an elevated platform or firing from a higher vantage point, not eye level. This isn't a small detail. It's a scientific impossibility for Robinson's alleged position to produce that angle, and it calls into question whether the investigators ever truly analyzed the evidence without bias. Adding to the confusion, physics and anatomy further dismantle the government's story. The angle of the entry wound and the direction of internal tissue damage do not align with the straight-on shot described in the official report. In practical terms, this means the shot couldn't have come from the front, as prosecutors claim. Eyewitnesses, too, reported hearing shots from multiple directions, some describing flashes or sounds behind Kirk. Yet those accounts were quietly omitted from the initial case summary. Footage from nearby security cameras also fails to capture any visible muzzle flash from the direction where Robinson allegedly stood. Independent analysts reviewing slowed video frames claim they found light flares from a different corner, an elevated angle consistent with the autopsy's downward trajectory. Experts now suggest the wound pattern could only have been caused by a shooter positioned either behind Kirk or on a higher surface, like a balcony or platform, rather than on the same level. This theory aligns with several witness reports that were previously dismissed as unreliable. At least 2 attendees claimed they saw movement in a shadowed area above the crowd just before the shot rang out. Their testimonies were never included in the prosecution's timeline, nor were they brought up in pre-trial hearings. If these accounts are accurate, then Robinson may not have been the shooter at all, but a convenient suspect caught in a chaotic aftermath. Another striking detail from the leaked report is the indication of multiple projectiles or entry points. While the autopsy confirms only one fatal wound, microscopic residue found near Kirk's shoulder suggests the presence of another bullet impact. That finding aligns with witness statements about hearing multiple shots fired in rapid succession. The implication is chilling. It could mean there was more than one shooter, or at least a staged environment meant to confuse both the public and investigators. The idea of a coordinated setup, while still speculative, grows more plausible with each conflicting piece of evidence. The sudden online appearance of this sealed autopsy report has only intensified public scrutiny. Many are questioning the timing of the leak. Why now? Months after the initial investigation was closed? The authenticity of the document remains under review, yet several medical professionals who've seen the leaked pages confirm the formatting and terminology match official forensic style. If the report proves genuine, it effectively dismantles the prosecution's entire narrative against Tyler Robinson and raises the possibility that key evidence was deliberately withheld or altered. Such a revelation would not only change the course of the case, it could expose a crisis of credibility within the very institutions tasked with upholding justice. From law enforcement agencies to forensic offices, each layer of authority involved in the case now faces questions about transparency, accountability, and possible political interference. This is no longer a debate about one man's guilt or innocence. It's about the integrity of an entire system that may have chosen control of the narrative over pursuit of truth. In the end, what stands out is not just the scientific contradictions, but the broader implications for public trust. When official accounts defy physics and basic logic, people lose faith in the institutions meant to protect them. The possibility that evidence could be misrepresented or hidden in a high-profile case like this one underscores a troubling reality. Truth can be manipulated when power dictates the story. Whether the leaked autopsy is confirmed or not, it forces the public to confront an uncomfortable question. If facts can be reshaped this easily, how many other truths have already been buried? As the debate intensifies and pressure mounts for a new, independent review of the case, one thing becomes clear: science may yet succeed where politics failed. The path of a bullet doesn't lie, and in that silent evidence may rest the key to uncovering what really happened to Charlie Kirk. Stay tuned for more updates, and make sure to subscribe for continued coverage as this story unfolds.